In the dead of night, a sharp screeching pierces a sleepy neighborhood. Car alarms set off as thieves armed with power saws sneak under vehicles. In less than a minute, the thieves slide out with loot in hand and disappear back into the darkness, leaving behind a trail of now illegal cars. By morning light, bleary-eyed car owners emerge from their homes and start their cars only to be greeted by loud, rattling noises. They crouch down to see their sawed-off tailpipes and confirm their worst fears. They have become the prey of an illicit trafficking ring which targets catalytic converters for their precious metal contents. This scenario plays out all across the US daily, with roughly a third of all incidents happening in California. Catalytic converter theft has become an epidemic. As victims fork over $1,000 or more to replace their converters, few realize that the stolen goods were feeding into a pipeline stretching from California to New Jersey, or that a quiet Sacramento family was raking in millions as masterminds of the coast-to-coast enterprise. Through covert smelting operations and cross-country shipping routes, the stolen converters generated a massive fortune. For car owners filing police reports, the crime wave is a costly migraine. But for opportunistic metal traffickers like the Vang family, it was a criminal gold rush, fueled by spiking rhodium and palladium prices. California's catalytic converter crisis would soon blow up into a headline-grabbing, multi-million-dollar trafficking case, exposing the complex web linking street crime to international precious metal markets. Far from the crime scenes, a Sacramento family operated a covert business from their home. Andrew and Sue Vang and their mother, Monica Mua, were the logistical backbone of a massive catalytic converter theft ring spanning from California to New Jersey. When the stolen goods arrived at the Vang residence, which was a registered auto shop named Vang Auto Core, the brothers used dangerous acid baths to decan the converters, extracting precious metal powders. The powders contained platinum, rhodium, and palladium, more valuable per ounce than gold. The Vang family then shipped the illicit metals to DG Auto Parts in New Jersey, receiving over $38 million in wire payments over time. DG Auto processed the metals and sold them to refineries, funneling stolen California converters into the legal market. By the time authorities closed in, the Vang catalytic converter ring had trafficked over $600 million worth of stolen devices. Lives were disrupted when people awoke to sawed-off tailpipes and disabled vehicles, but the Vangs profited millions as metal prices soared. In October of 2022, state and federal authorities cracked down on the coast-to-coast criminal network. 21 people were charged. The Vang family members pleaded guilty to conspiring to transport the stolen catalytic converters in return for more than $38 million. Sue Vang additionally pleaded guilty to 39 charges related to money laundering and is facing up to 20 years in prison, while his relatives face a maximum of 5 years each. The family is also facing fines more than double the $38 million they made. Meanwhile, charges remain pending against the New Jersey DG Auto operators who enabled the enterprise. Thieves often target SUVs and trucks, whose elevated chassis allow easier access to the converters. Hybrids are also prime targets, as their catalytic converters tend to contain more precious metals. For victims, replacing a stolen catalytic converter can cost $1,000 to $3,000, a huge financial burden. The repairs may not be covered by insurance, adding insult to injury. Catalytic converter theft is not just a crisis in the United States. Across the world in Kinshasa, Congo, a new drug called Bombay is made from crushing catalytic converters into a brown powder mixed with pills and tobacco. Addicts say Bombay brings calm and lethargy, but mechanics are dealing with a surge of converter thefts to meet demand. However, the experts warn that the metals in converters can cause cancer when ingested. Like the Vang family scheme, the Kinshasa catalytic converter ring shows how global precious metal prices drive theft and trafficking worldwide. As rhodium, palladium, and platinum grow ever more valuable, black market networks adapt. The converters scrub emissions from Paris to Sacramento, but also end up fueling dangerous drug concoctions and illicit empires. Law enforcement worldwide is racing to dismantle catalytic converter crime syndicates leaching precious metals in the name of profit. Rhodium, palladium, and platinum prices spiked to new highs in 2021, making catalytic converters tempting targets for thieves. But prices have since plunged, with rhodium dropping from $30,000 to under $5,000 per ounce. The falling values have made stealing converters much less lucrative. However, new laws aim to more permanently curb converter thefts. One requires vehicle identification number etching onto converters to trace stolen parts. Another restricts sales of used converters. These laws, along with increased enforcement against theft rings and shady recyclers, target the problem more directly. Beyond laws, proactive security measures are having an impact. Police departments report theft numbers declining as public awareness rises. More drivers are installing shields and having vehicle identification numbers etched onto converters. Mechanics also add protective plates to make converters difficult to remove quickly. With converters harder to steal and fence, opportunistic thieves are deterred. As the Vang family awaits sentencing for their catalytic converter trafficking ring, their busted operation stands as a warning that the crisis is far from over. While prices may fluctuate, the precious metals will continue luring thieves worldwide as long as there is profit to be made. And now that one empire has fallen, the door swings open for new imitators to step into the shadows and take on the illicit world of catalytic converter theft.